What you will learn in this video can change your perception of life. More than that, it can change your entire reality. What I'm going to say here will probably change the way you go about the process of manifesting your desires. You will begin to have a new relationship with yourself, understanding who you are and how manifestation can be much easier than you imagine. Are you prepared for this huge change? Have you ever heard of Neville Goddard? He was one of the first people to talk about the God source energy within us and how we can connect with the divine. In the book, Feeling is the Secret, Goddard talks about feeling emotion as if you were already the version you want to be. According to him, this practice should be carried out at night, before going to sleep because, at that moment, a window opens to your subconscious that allows you to start reprogramming your mind. According to him, 95% of the actions we take in our lives are directed by our subconscious. In other words, almost everything we do throughout the day, we do on autopilot. If every day before bed you visualize yourself as the version you want to be, you begin to reform your sense of reality. Your brain doesn't know how to distinguish what has already happened and what is just imagination. If you visualize it truly and sincerely, you start to really believe it and bring it into your life. Let's now move on to another important subject that arouses a lot of curiosity: parallel realities. The concept of parallel realities, derived from quantum physics, brings the idea that there are an infinite number of realities parallel to ours. When we combine this concept with the law of attraction, we get to the point that, regardless of what you want to create in your life, you don't actually need to create it. This already exists in another reality. It's not a question of creating, but rather of energetically tuning into that version of you that already leaves the reality you want. If there are an infinite number of parallel realities, the past no longer has as much power and no longer needs to influence you in the present moment as you think it does. Neville Goddard brings the concept of revision in his book. Review is a very powerful manifestation technique that makes you visualize something that has already happened, in your past, and then do the same to create something in the future or in this moment now. To do this, you need to revisit your past moment, review it and reproduce it differently in a new experience. The idea is that by reproducing this moment in a different way, you modify the energy linked to this memory within you. For example, was there a time in your past when you believe you could have acted differently? It could be because you may have hurt someone or because you regret taking a certain action. In these cases, the review technique is an excellent option. To do this, you mentally revisit that event, that scene and visualize yourself resolving the situation in the way you believe is best. The idea is that, by repeating this visualization, you begin to give new meaning to what happened and transform the energy linked to that memory. You begin to link that memory to a positive feeling, transmuting the energies. Both quantum physics and psychology explain that, every time we remember something from the past, we unconsciously modify it, adjusting everything from small details to the most significant points. This is the review process. Whenever we remember an event, we interpret it again, but based on our current beliefs and emotions, and then store this new version again in our memory. So, what I bring in this video is not something you need to start doing, but something you are already doing naturally. Your mind already does this naturally. Quantum physics brings the concept of parallel realities, suggesting different versions of reality that coexist at the same time. Likewise, this technique allows us to influence our own personal stories through a mental process. The key is, if we are naturally already reviewing our past, We then need to understand how we can use this power to promote positive and conscious changes in our reality. Doing this consciously allows you to transform your life in a positive way. The idea is that these memories change considerably, depending on the number of times we review them. This can transform your perception of reality in self-manifestation, as well as improve your relationship with yourself, as our fundamental identity influences everything we experience. Our self-image is very important in this process. Just look at your current life to understand what perception you have of yourself and what you are attracting. If you are unhappy in your current job, if you only attract toxic relationships, if you live a life of financial scarcity, all of this is a reflection of your image. If you want a different life, you need to reflect a different image. Another concept that Neville Goddard brings is that we need to learn about self-image. Visualize the version you want to be and believe in this new version. This exercise will activate a deep, internal change. This experience reinforces your self-knowledge quickly and significantly. We can actively influence our reality by reshaping our self-image and aligning ourselves with the versions of ourselves we want to be. This is a real and powerful process that you can and should apply to achieve positive and important changes in your life. We are all divine spiritual beings, and the creative source, which created us and which created all beings and planets in the universe, is infinite. The reality you want to live already exists in another dimension. You just need to believe and tune into it. Infinite possibilities are available to you right now. Connect with the one you want. To be able to tune in, you also need to give yourself permission, consciously choose who you want to be and feel like that person. You can practice this in your meditations, visualizing and feeling this reality that is already available and you want to access it. Meditation is extremely powerful. It not only opens up space for imagination, but also allows you to access subconscious patterns and explore different aspects of your consciousness. Despite seeming a little esoteric, these concepts are based on science and quantum physics. And the best part, they are accessible to everyone. Activate the spark within you to become the best version of yourself. All you have to do is commit to that version of yourself and recognize that it already exists. Choose to feel like that person. Don't wait any longer. Every minute is a new opportunity to be who you really want to be. Thank you for watching this far. If you liked this video, subscribe to the channel and give us your thumbs up to continue receiving videos like this, which can really change your reality. See you in the next video.